After you watch this video lesson, click on the link that's right below, and that will take you over to practicetheguitar.com, and there you can practice this 2-measure blues lick at 15 different tempos with full notation, tablature, and backing tracks, all designed to help you to improve your playing. This 2-measure blues lick is covering 8 keys, starting in the key of G, and then moving up to A flat, A, B flat, B, then C, then D flat or C sharp, and then D, and then back down in half steps. And the whole idea here is that you get comfortable with playing these pentatonic patterns in as many keys as possible, and in turn as many positions as possible. There's a lot of techniques being covered with this lick. Number one, the entire lick is taken from the G blues scale, which is the G minor pentatonic scale. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the flat 5, which in the key of G is a D flat. So then we end up with essentially adding a D flat onto the scale here, and then here on the 3rd string. If you're not familiar with these two scales, I have many lessons on the site for this that you can go sign up for practicetheguitar.com, and you can practice just those scales to make sure that you can play them not only in any position, but in any key. This entire lesson is using that pattern from that one scale, which is again the blues scale. Incredible sounding scale. We want to make sure that you know this anywhere on the neck. Many techniques also being covered with this lesson. So for example, bending. One of the most important things playing the guitar is being able to bend notes at pitch. For example, a half-step bend, opposed to a whole step bend. That's two very important ones, half-step bend and whole-step bend. A good way to practice that is to just simply take each note in that scale and try to bend it a half step. Usually, we don't normally bend the notes that are on the 1st finger in the scale unless you went down a fret and bent into the pitch. That's a very useful way to bend the 1st finger notes in this scale. It's more common that we bend the higher note on each string, which would be this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And even this one, you wouldn't want to so much bend because then you'd be bending it up to either this note or an E flat. Not all that useful in the pentatonic scale, so maybe we can even get rid of that one as well, but definitely these 3. This one, and that one. Those 3 are really important. You can even bend the flat 5 up to the pitch of the 5, or the 4 up to the pitch of the flat 5. Or you can even do some bluesy things like, which that note is actually in this lick. Very expressive bend to bend up a half step like that. Those are very important bends to practice. You can just go through, or and just practice bending each one of those notes and trying to make sure that you get them up to pitch. So once you can play the entire lick, which you'll find the tablature for this and the notation and a full lesson for this at practicetheguitar.com. Once you can play the lick in one position such as G, which is the 1st one in this exercise, then what we would do is take that same idea and just move it up to the A flat blues scale. So we want to be able to play that lick there too. then we just move it up from there. So here's A. Here's B flat. So that's the idea. Just getting in each one of these keys and getting comfortable with being able to play at each one of these spots on the neck and knowing what key you're in, so then you could use this at a blues jam or soloing over a song or writing a melody, or it's used for everything. Especially this pattern. It's in hundreds of thousands of solos. If you think you'd get anything out of this lesson, just click the link below. That will take you over to practicetheguitar.com. There you can practice this exercise at 15 tempos. There's notation, tablature, there's backing tracks at 15 tempos, a full lesson video, and you can work on your timing, your speed, your technique. So head on over there and check that out. And I will see you next time.